we visit one of the places that a huge number of people will not only wish to be there, but take themselves for a bite of the yummy piece of cake. Cake City is the name they gave themselves to easily identify them to their clients. Started on the 10th of November 2012, they have made tremendous growth and grasped most cake lovers.
I am Winnie Wangui. I'm the marketing manager here at Cake City. So what I do is I handle digital marketing for Cake City and also marketing. First, Cake City started in 2012, on November 10th, 2012. That was the day this branch was opened. This is the head office and the first branch here at Westlands. What made us open Cake City is that at the time we realized there was a gap in professionalism in the baking industry. So most people at that time were probably just baking from home, and there was no, if you needed a cake, most likely you went to a restaurant or a hotel, and there were no real professional bakers.
You might be asking yourself, what exactly do I need to run such a business? Here is what you need to know.
I'll start with the government bit. So first you will need all the certifications. So from the health department, everyone who's, say maybe your baking team, like your chefs, and everyone who's handling food, even the front service people, they all need to go through a medical test, a government medical test, which certifies them that they are okay to handle food. So even here, all of us, everyone who's in the kitchen and everyone who's serving the cakes here or our products here, they all have that certificate. So that's the first one for your staff. And then the next one is now for the business, the normal business permits that every business in Nairobi is required to have, and also the health certifications now for the business itself. So those are the government ones that we need, and of course the tax, KRAPIN, and all the other normal certificates that are required for any business. But specifically for here, the most important one is the food handling certificate, which each staff member is required to have. Now next is definitely the expertise. So you definitely need to have, if you're not the one who's baking, then you need to have the chefs who are knowledgeable in all the baking techniques, and also they need to also keep up with the trends as they're going, because baking is a science. So technology keeps evolving, machines keep being invented, new baking methods keep being invented. And even now, for example, with the new health craze that's coming on, most people really love going towards the healthy options. So you want to indulge in cake, but you wish it can have maybe no eggs. So that's also something that we do if a customer wants an eggless cake. So you also need to make sure that your chef is up to standard and knows how to make a cake with such specifications.
A number of us get scared about the financial statuses or maybe the capital you will need for this kind of business.
First, it depends on the capital that you have. You can start small, and then as you continue, you grow, or you can start big.
Specifying would be a bit difficult because it still depends on what scale you want to be on. So you might decide you want to just do start small. So that means you just buy maybe one machine, and maybe it's just you and one other person doing it. So that's how you start. Some others would decide to start like us. We just started in one big investment where it was a full-on shop and restaurant where someone can come and sit down, where the cakes are made pre-order and some are made ready. So it really depends on the scale you want to start, but you can definitely start from anywhere. You can start small from home, and you can also just go big. It depends really with the capital you have and the plan that you have, the business plan that you have. A cake it's a family celebration. It's a group celebration, so which includes everyone from the old to the young. So our cakes are just, our business is targeting just everyone, the general market, the mass market. So sure. Definitely you just need to make sure you're taking your steps in a way that you can be sustainable. So you might decide to start big, and then maybe you had not planned well enough, so somewhere in the future things don't look so good. So it's up to you really, but it's wise to start small.
How to reach your clients?
We are very active on social media. You know, everybody now, social media is the in thing right now. We are very active on social media. Number 2, we do a lot of marketing. Number 3, there is the word of mouth. So from the clients who've had cakes from us, they always talk about us, and we realize we get more customers through all that.
So normally we use our websites, our social media channels, where we reach out to customers. And also, since we've been around, this is our 7th year, we actually have some foothold when it comes to the baking industry. So what we do is, from time to time, we'll do offers. So you might find, like, for example, during Valentine's, we had an offer where we were giving the cakes for a certain amount of price. So you can gift someone a cake. So nowadays we are moving away from just needing a cake for a birthday or a wedding. We're moving away from it, and we're making it a celebration aspect, where whenever there's a celebration, you need to have cake. It's not a celebration if there's no cake. Yeah, so that's what we are also pushing to our customers, and that's how we are retaining them, through these offers and also new flavors. Like now for April, we've introduced a new flavor. Right now it's running as an Easter cake, but it's still going to be available even after. So that's how we also retain the old ones who have been with us since 2012, by giving them new things to look up to, new things to try. Yeah.
For 7 years now that Cake City has been running, they have made a big step forward by opening up several branches across Nairobi that help them easily reach their customers.
Yeah, so for 7 years, in 2012 we opened Westlands, this branch here, and then over the years we've expanded. So we have a branch at Sarit Center, we have another one at TRM Mall at the food court, we also have a branch at Gigiri at Warwick Center, and we recently opened a branch at Kilimani, at 53 Park Arcade, Kilimani. That's our newest branch, it's our new baby. We still have new coming up, so we're still looking to expand.
Nevertheless, Cake City has earned a number of awards.
We have won so many awards, and we always keep on participating in any cake competition or something like that. Yeah, and we've won some award, at least from behind me. Somewhere there you'll be able to see all the awards that we've won. Yeah, they're quite a number. Yes.
Challenges is one thing that you might just need to be prepared for. Like any other business, Cake City has faced a number of them, but how you overcome them is what matters.
Well, like any business, we have ups and downs, and as you can see, our cakes we are selling, they're attached to emotions.
The economic situation in the country, the way things are going, it's affecting businesses left, right, and center. Actually, that's one of the major challenges that we have, because you realize that now you buy products, and then the price, if the price was this today, you'll go to the market tomorrow, you find it's doubled, and then the rates also for the products, for the ingredients that we use, they keep on increasing every day. So it's a bit of a challenge.
The market is now really expanding, and people are also getting creative, and the manufacturing business, especially for equipment, is becoming so versatile, such that I can buy my own small oven that I can fit in my kitchen, so I can just do the baking myself. So we do have those types of challenges for people who, and it's encouraged for people to try baking at home and to try all these techniques at home. Although sometimes we also prefer if we can offer our own professionalism, especially when it comes to wedding cakes. You can't really compare a wedding cake done by a professional cake house like us and other cake houses which are much in smaller scale. So maybe those are some of the challenges, and sometimes you might find there are shortages in supplies, just which is common even in any business. So you might find, for example, there's a situation where maybe we don't have the chocolate mix for cupcakes, or maybe we might not be having a certain flavor. So things like that, we just communicate to the customer that at this time we are sorry, we don't have this flavor at the moment. Once it's back, we'll just notify you. But those are challenges that are common, and in any business there are times when you find that your suppliers are not able to consistently give you what you need, or maybe there's a shortage or something and it's out of your control, and you just have to sit out and wait it out.
For those of us who have had the desire and passion to join the baking industry, is it too late for us?
The first thing I advise them, you have to know your target market. Who are the people you are targeting? That's the first thing. Number 2, you have to have the capital. Number 3, you have to know how to source your products, how to source the ingredients.
Start small, because to overcome your fear, I would imagine especially if maybe they want to be a pastry chef, or maybe that's the goal that they are looking to, I would advise them to start small. Start with your friends, start with your family. You can even bake a cake in your microwave. So start small, play around with flavors, and then once you have a few number of flavors that you can actually sell that are actually okay and you've hacked them and they're perfect, because for cakes it's a science. You get one measurement wrong and the whole thing is, it's all done, it's all destroyed. You have to start all over again. So once they get into practice and they understand the precision and the science behind it, and they get their friends and family to also taste the cakes and give them their feedback, and they also need to take the criticism positively, because you cannot be perfect, and this is food. People have different tastes. You might make a cake and someone says it's terrible, but the other person loves it. So they also need to be aware that it's a versatile industry to be in, and they need to be accommodative of all types of feedback, and to take every criticism positively and as a point to grow from, but to completely do away with fear, because fear will not take them anywhere.
Life is sweet here at Cake City. As they say in Swahili, raha jipe mwenyewe. What are you waiting for? Is it capital? Is it motivation? Well, dare to take a risk. It might be your only breakthrough. Till next time on The Entrepreneur's Mind, my name is Timothy Zawadi.